Hello friends, welcome to Manu Law Classes. I am Gautam Dikshit, GK and Current Affairs faculty. Today in this video we are going to discuss the Daily Hindu news analysis of October 7, 2021. So the first important news is coming up from Supreme Court. तो Supreme Court ने डिसाइड किया है कि जो यूपी के लखीमपुर खेरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट में जो 4 फार्मर्स की जान गई है उस केस को सुओ मोटो मीन्स Supreme Court has itself taken the cognizance of the case, the violent incident which has happened in Lakhimpur Kheri. हमने कल की न्यूज़ में पढ़ा था कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये कहा था कि who takes the accountability of the deaths which have taken place in Lakhimpur Kheri due to the farmers' protest going on in the country. Now the farmers were demanding the second autopsy. According to some farmers, the bullets were fired on the farmers which led to the killing of the 4 persons, and they demanded the second autopsy, but second autopsy is again on silent on bullet injury according to the farmers family. Now the next is very disturbing news coming from JNK, the targeted killing of civilians. Now see, this is very important. The targeted killing of civilians by whom? By the terrorist groups has increased, especially in 2021. So this figure says that if we look at the figure of 2021, so if we see that in 2021 alone 22 civilians have been killed and 20 security personnel have been killed in this year in Kashmir. So this is for the first time after several years that the civilians killings is more than the killing of security personnel. So over here the killing took place in a pharmacy shop, and now this has led to the widespread concern in security concern in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, now who was killed? So Makhan Lal Bindru, he was the leading pharmacist of Delhi. He was killed. Certain gunmen, they entered his shop and pumped 4 bullets and killed him on the spot. Now continuing this news, there is a news on page 8 also. It says that Resistance Front, which is financed by Pakistan, has also claimed this attack. Then Islamic State in JNK has also claimed this attack. Now the next is about the NIT SS new patent plan dropped. It has been put off to 2022. Now NIT SS super specialty. So this is the NIT UG. There is one NIT UG, National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test. It is for admission into undergraduate courses. NIT SS means super specialty courses. Now this exam was planned for admissions into super specialty courses, and this exam was going to take place in this year, but there is certain problem related to the syllabus of the exam, which is based on general medicine. Now the general medicine subject, and there is no questions will be asked from the courses related to super specialty. For example, someone want to become an eye specialist. So earlier the pattern was that 60% of the questions will be related to eyes and 40% will be coming from general medicine. If somebody wants to become orthopedist, so 60% will be coming from ortho and 40% questions will be coming from general medicine. But NIT SS, the new pattern was that 100% will be from general medicine. Okay, so the new pattern plan was dropped. Okay, and now the exams will be conducted, was postponed to 2022. Now the World Health Organization has recommended the first anti-malarial vaccine. This first anti-malarial vaccine is called as RTS/AS01 or RTS malaria vaccine. It is going to bring relief, especially in sub-Saharan Africa, where lack of children they die every year just because of very high prevalence of P. falciparum malaria transmission. Okay, so this country is this region is going to benefit, and this country you can decipher now that this country has very high incidence of malaria, killing many children annually. The next is about the S-400 deal, which we discussed yesterday also. So this S-400 deal, where US expresses unease over S-400 deal. So the US Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman, he was on a visit to India. He is currently on visit, and then he will go to Pakistan. They are on same page on Afghanistan, and they are going to work together to minimize the threat of terrorism in the region. But on certain issues there is divergence. One such issue is S-400 missiles. This S-400 missiles is already brought by Turkey, okay, and the problem over here is that if India buys S-400 missile, now this is the problem for America, because S-400 missile is a very advanced missile which India is buying from Russia, okay, and US has a law which is called as CAATSA law, countering the adversarial through trade sanctions act, okay. In this sanctions, certain countries like Russia, Iran and North Korea, they are called as US adversaries, and any country which involves in trade with this country, okay, they are going to face US sanctions. So now Russia is also regarded as an adversarial country of US, and if India moves with this deal, so there is a chances that USA can impose sanctions on India too. Then the next is about the chemistry Nobel for work on catalyst. So Germany's Benjamin List and US based David Macmillan, they were awarded the Nobel Chemistry Prize for developing organocatalyst, okay, for developing a special molecule which is called as organocatalyst, which work as a catalyst, means enhancing the chemical reaction, which work as a catalyst in a certain chemical reaction involving the production of pharmaceutical drugs. Now one-liner news: the National Investigation Agency has taken over the charge of investigating the Mundra Port drug haul case. So we have already known that the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, who was present at the Mundra Port in Gujarat, so there was this drug had come from Afghanistan to Iran, through Iran to India. Already one arrest was made, Afghanistani nationals and one Uzbek woman, and now the NIA will investigate this issue. Now this is the news which is coming from the page 1 itself, where I have already discussed that ISJK and the Resistance Front, okay, a Pakistan sponsored terrorist group in Kashmir, they both have claimed responsibility for this violence. Now government has asked the top court to set quota norms for promotions. So over here there is no reservation in seniority, for example for the group A category jobs. So now most of the reservation benefits are in group B and group C job, and group A job where the SC and ST's representation in group A category is low as compared to their proportion of population. So over here the Supreme Court has asked the government that even after 75 years of independence, why we as a nation have failed to bring the members of this scheduled caste and scheduled tribes on par with the other forward class in the society. So over here the government, KK Venugopal, the Attorney General of India, he has asked the Supreme Court to set the quota norms for promotion so that SC and ST representation may increase in the top jobs. Now India US to work closely on Afghanistan again. This is coming from page 1. So I have already told you that there is some issue related to S-400 and now they are going to work. There are certain convergence also between India and US. So one convergence is Afghanistan, second is terrorism, third is Indo-Pacific regions. The divergence currently is about S-400 deal, okay, which US has described that it is dangerous, okay. So that's the only problem. Then the vaccine partnership which we did in Quad, the Quad vaccine partnership, where 1 billion Johnson & Johnson American vaccine will be manufactured in India by 2022 and will be supplied to Indo-Pacific region, has been lauded by America. Now this news, the UP has topped the list of states emitting fine particulate matter. So there is one council on energy, environment and water. Now this council, it is a research body. It took the data from 5 different national and international environmental institutions and it compiled it, and it found that in all the 5 reports, it is the Uttar Pradesh which is topping in the emission of particulate matter 2.5. That is largely because Uttar Pradesh has very high population and most of the population are using solid fuel. Solid fuel means they are using uh, wood collected from forest area. They are using cow dung, dried cow dung for energy purpose in household, which is the main reason for increasing pollution in Uttar Pradesh. Okay, and then if you will just see the main pollutants, okay, which is very important to tackle the environmental pollution. Some are PM 2.5, means particulate matter 2.5, particulate matter 10, nitrous oxides, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, ammonia, non-methane volatile organic compound. Now again the LPG price has been hiked by rupees 15 a cylinder. Again this is related to the increase in prices in international market. Now Mitra, Prime Minister Mitra scheme. This scheme is for making textile sector as an export oriented sector and to improve the infrastructure for manufacturing of textile in India. So now the Union Cabinet has approved 7 mega integrated textile region and apparel, which is also called as PM Mitra. So PM Mitra Park with an outlay of rupees 4,455 crore. Now this park will be developed by a special purpose vehicle. Special purpose vehicle means a different company, means it will not be established by government. A company will be formed, okay, which will be owned by central and state government. Means central and state government will come together and they will form a separate company which will be called a special vehicle purpose vehicle, which will be developing this park. Now the scheme has two support system. The first is development capital support, where 30% of the project, okay, 30% of the project cost will be provided with by the government, but the maximum ceiling on that will be rupees 500 crore for greenfield project. Greenfield project का मतलब होता है कि नया इन्वेस्टमेंट. ओके, ब्राउनफील्ड प्रोजेक्ट का मतलब होता है कि देयर वाज ऑलरेडी अ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट, ऑन दैट अ न्यू मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट इज बीइंग बिल्ड और अ अपग्रेडेशन ऑफ द एग्जिस्टिंग मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फील्ड इज टेकिंग प्लेस. तो अगर न्यू प्रोजेक्ट होगा तो उसके लिए गवर्नमेंट का जो अपर सीलिंग होगा दैट विल बी रुपीज 500 करोड़. अगर ब्राउन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट होगा तो उसके लिए 200 करोड़. उसके बाद एक दूसरा जो हेल्प है, द सेकेंड इज अ स्पेशल कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस इंसेंटिव सपोर्ट, ओके, which will be limited to rupees 300 crore per park. Means this scheme will be given to make textile sector more competitive. Now Tamil Nadu and Gujarat are more interested in establishing the PM park. तो यहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट का एक वो है क्वालिफिकेशन कि where to open the PM park. So the states which will be offering the cheapest land of minimum 100 acres with adequate facility for electricity and water, they will be selected through a transparent challenge route. Then about the finance minister downplay risk from Evergrande Fed moves. So over here there are two global issues going in financial market which can have impact in India. One is a Chinese company, Chinese Evergrande crisis. Now Evergrande is a real estate company in China and it has become it is on the verge of default because it is unable to repay its debt. So it may have a global repercussion. Many are calling it that it is same like the crash of banking system in 2008. The second is that US Federal Reserve's shift in policy stance. So that shift in policy stance is we have a keyword for that policy stance that we normally call as taper tantrum. Taper tantrum means that when there is a shortage of money, which is called as liquidity. So when there is a shortage of money or liquidity in the market, the government tries to infuse money or liquidity in the market through buying of bonds. So जो लोगों के पास जो गवर्नमेंट के बॉन्ड्स होते हैं वो गवर्नमेंट खरीदेगी, उसके बदले में जितना वो बॉन्ड का वैल्यू होता है that much money will be given from government to the people or to the institutions, to the financial institutions which are holding that bond. Now once the government buys the bond, the money transfers from government to the economy, then the liquidity in the market increase. So US is following the same thing. Okay, so what can happen is that if the US follows the same thing, तो जब भी मार्केट में पैसा ज़्यादा आता है तो इंटरेस्ट रेट कम हो जाता है, तो लोग लोन लेना ज़्यादा चाहते हैं. Okay, they can take loan. So what happens, the cost of capital becomes very cheap in US as compared to India. So all the global companies who are investing in different share market, they get a very attractive incentive in US market because interest rate is very small, very less. So the money which is they have invested in India, they will take out from here and they will start investing in US. So this might hurt the revival of Indian economy. Then Indian Oil Corporation is going to set up its R&D facility in Faridabad, and there is one technology which is called as Indamax technology of IOCL. So this Indamax technology, it was first licensed to a foreign company called as Naftna Industrija Srpji, okay, in Serbia. This technology is very useful technology which helps in improving the profitability of petroleum refinery by extracting petrol from residuals. Now about the China tension, this continuing news. So over here we can say, see that this is a Taiwan Strait. This line shows the demarcation of air identification defense zone, air defense identification zone. So now the China is sending its air force, okay, since October 1st into this region following the Taiwan's application to a comprehensive and progressive Trans-Pacific Partnership. Okay, so this is based on this is China sees this act of Taiwan as the threat to its One China policy. Now again continuing with the Nobel Chemistry Prize. So see, the thing is that here we are talking about the catalyst. The role of catalyst is that they improve the rate of reaction. They make the chemical reaction very fast. Now earlier there were only two types of catalyst, metals and enzymes. Now these two people, Benjamin List from Germany and David Macmillan from US, इन्होंने एक ऑर्गेनो मॉलिक्यूल बनाया है जिसको हम ऑर्गेनो कैटलिस्ट कहते हैं. ये ऑर्गेनो कैटलिस्ट होता है, दे हैव सर्टेन एडवांटेजेस that they allow several steps in a production process to be performed in an unbroken sequence. इसका मतलब आप समझ लीजिए कि एक बार हमने ऑर्गेनो कैटलिस्ट को यूज़ किया रिएक्शन में, तो हमें कहीं भी रिएक्शन रोकने की ज़रूरत नहीं है जब तक फाइनल प्रोडक्ट हमको नहीं मिलता. सो दे एंश्योर कि देयर इज सीरीज ऑफ केमिकल रिएक्शंस आर टेकिंग प्लेस बट इन अ कंटिन्यूअस सीक्वेंस. सो इससे क्या होता है, इससे हमारा जो वेस्ट जनरेशन होता है केमिकल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में वो बहुत कम हो जाता है. सो द फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्रीज दे यूज दिस प्रोसेस to minimize the wastage in manufacturing of drugs. Then UAE has declared itself that it has overcome the COVID. It is recording the lowest number of infections since last year. Okay, so that they have claimed that they have overcome the COVID crisis and they have only fewer than 200 cases every month. Okay. Now an important news, award by International Hockey Federation. So Player of the Year Men's Award has been awarded to Harmanpreet Singh. Then Women Player of the Year Award to Gurjit Kaur. Then PR Srijesh and Savita Punya, they have been given the award for Best Goalkeeper Award for Men and Women category. Then Sharmila Devi and Vivek Sagar Prasad were adjudged as the Best Rising Star. Now we will discuss about the editorial. So Good Samaritans. Now who are the Good Samaritans? Now Good Samaritans are those people who help someone on road who have met accident from for getting the medical treatment at time. Okay, there is one concept which is called as golden hour. So somebody who meets accident on the road, okay, they have to be taken to the hospital as early as possible. The first hour is considered as very important for saving the life of that person. So sometimes this crucial moment of 1 hour they are referred as the golden hour. Now why we are talking about this issue? So we are talking about the issue because the initiative of the Ministry of Road Transport and Highway, so they are going to award Good Samaritans who save lives of road accidents. Okay, now the states will award this to 5,000 rupees to Good Samaritans, and the central government will have its own award of rupees 1 lakh along with the certificate. Okay, and the central ministry will award rupees 1 lakh each to the 10 best Good Samaritans in a year, apart from what states will be giving, that is rupees 5,000 and a certificate of recognition along with no harassment, okay, and legal complications after saving the person. Now why we need this? So few days back, if you remember, there was an NCRB data which says that India is the one of the highest ranking nation in number of road accidents. So if you will just see that India ranks third among 20 nations that have the highest number of accidents. Okay, and if we take one पैरामीटर जिसको कहते हैं केसेस टू फैटेलिटीज रेशियो, केसेस टू फैटेलिटीज का रेशियो का मतलब होता है कि कितने रोड एक्सीडेंट्स हुए और कितने मरे. अगर हम यूएस और जापान की बात करें तो रोड एक्सीडेंट्स वहाँ भी होते हैं, तो केसेस आर हाई इन यूएस एंड जापान ऑल्सो, बट फैटेलिटीज मतलब डेथ इज लो, बट इन इंडिया दिस इज वेरी हाई. सो इफ यू विल जस्ट सी द नेशनल क्राइम रिकॉर्ड्स ब्यूरो डेटा, ठीक है, ये बताता है हमको कि अबाउट इन इंडिया 1,20,716 cases are attributed to road accidents related to negligence, okay, and causing road accident. Out of that 1,33,715 lives were lost. So India wants to overcome this. Then is declaring the law enough for lowering the road accidents and fatalities? No, we have to go ahead. We have to adopt scientific road design and standards, zero tolerance of road accidents, okay, and then we need to establish National Road Safety Board, which has already been established on September 3rd, which aims on improving the standards, safety and trauma management, and to build capacity among traffic police. Okay, then we have to also include district committees, okay, where they will be awarding these Good Samaritans, okay, regularly. And the second is that they will be recognizing their contribution with the help of police, hospitals and RTOs. Okay, now the next is about the sensing heat. So it is about the medical Nobels which was awarded recently in physiology or medicine to David Julius and Adam Petroleum. They are both from University of California. So they have done work in the how the nerve cells convert the mechanical pressure into a electrical signals. Okay, so this is a topic about that. Now we will discuss about a strategy for India in a world. So here in this article, the world is talking about the changed world. So world what we see today is totally different from what it was earlier 20 years back or 30 years back, especially after the end of World War. The world is no more a unipolar world or a bipolar world, okay, and there is lack of international response to there is a lack of international order which was quite visible during COVID-19 pandemic and right now currently in the climate change negotiations. Apart from that, there is a rising multilateralism, okay, or you can say regionalism in trade. Along with that, there is a China United States strategic rivalry, especially in the Indo-Pacific region, which has shifted the geopolitical and geoeconomic importance from Atlantic Ocean to Asia. The second challenge is of COVID-19 and climate change. Now if you will see in all this, okay, so we can certainly say that Asia is going to be the center of geopolitical rivalries in the coming years. Okay, we can see that China's rise in this region. Okay, we can also see that it is expanding its influence in this region. Okay, then this opens up challenges as well as opportunities in this region, including India. So over here the author is suggesting that because of the changing geopolitical condition in Asia, there is a congruence of concern between India and US, and this can lead to a partnership in security field as well as in other fields like energy, trade, investment, education, health, then other areas like climate change, energy, technological solutions for renewable energy and digital cooperation. Okay, so can be the benefit to India also. Then India can revive its maritime commission, for example BIMSTEC, and then increasing the cooperation with Southeast Asia, especially in maritime security, cyber security and counter terrorism. So over here the author is suggesting that India can use various mechanisms like cooperation with US, cooperation with ASEAN and Southeast Asia to make Asia not a unipolar, means कि सिर्फ China वहाँ पे रूल करे, but it should be the multipolar. In doing that, we can take some help from the principles of non-alignment to movement. For example, independent judgment. Okay, so for example, if we will see, then independent judgment, developing our capacity, creating an equitable and enabling international order for India's transformation. Okay, so these are some of the important steps to be taken. The next important step is reviving the SALT, which has become hostage of bilateral relationship between India and Pakistan, and this over securitization of policy towards Pakistan has made trade to go backseat. Okay, it has criminalized our borders, it has enabled large scale entry of Chinese goods because we are not trading with our neighbors, we are not taking benefit of the cheaper goods available with our neighbors. So that's why the market is flooded with China. The next is that India should at the same time develop its self-strength to counter the changing world and especially China in the region. The next is about trade multilateralism. So here we are going to discuss about WTO and the challenges which it is facing. Now WTO, World Trade Organization, so it was created in 1995 following the Uruguay round of negotiations. It replaced GATT, General Agreement on Trade and Tariff, in 1995, and WTO was formed. Now WTO was formed with the idea of promoting multilateralism in the world, or you can say a free market capitalism. But now there is a little shift of United States. There is a feeling in United States that WTO has not served American national interest, and it was under WTO watch that China is now imposing threat to US in trade and other dimensions. So now what has happened now is that is called as Appellate Board, the highest dispute redressal system of the World Trade Organization. It is a permanent body, and appeals against the decision of WTO lies with it. Now there are about 20 cases pending with appellate body in WTO, which is still not resolved just because of the vacancy in appellate body since 2019. Why this is? Because US has stopped appointing the appointments to appellate board. Then the other challenges which are emerging is about the issue of use of minimum support price, or we call it the issue of public stock holding for food security. Now trade facilitation agreement, which was WTO broker trade agreement, was not agreeable to India just because there was no clear stand, okay, or no clear solution of public stock holding for food security purpose. Now what WTO rule says is that the government of any country can procure, stock and distribute food, but if such procurement is done at the administered price such as MSP, which is higher than the external reference price, then it will be called as trade distorting measure and it will not be allowed. So MSP is given by Indian government to the farmers for farmers welfare and to improve the and to double the farmers income, and then the procurement takes place. Now what happens is that farmers are getting the MSP from the government, they are getting subsidies from the government. Now definitely they are getting subsidies, so WTO regards this as a unfair trade practice. But for India it is very important because now we are talking about our country where more than 50% of the people are living in rural areas and about their welfare. and still poverty and hunger is quite at large in India, so India right now cannot stop this. The next is about the ट्रिप्स वेवर इंडेमनिटी क्लॉज, मतलब इंडिया और साउथ अफ्रीका ने ट्रिप्स को रिक्वेस्ट किया था दैट प्लीज गिव अस वेवर फ्रॉम ट्रिप्स सो दैट वी कैन मैन्युफैक्चर द कोविड-19 वैक्सीन इन आवर कंट्री, ओके, और अभी तक ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं हुआ है. द थर्ड इज अबाउट signing a deal for regulating irrational subsidies related to fishery. Now over here some developing countries like India including China, they want that the balance between the ocean ecology and livelihood should be managed. The next is about the rise of multilateral trade. For example, comprehensive and progressive agreement for trans-Pacific partnership, regional comprehensive economic partnership have taken place over here. Now what is the role of India in all these things? So now see, institutional multilateralism, मतलब multilateralism होना चाहिए वर्ल्ड में, but it should be led by institutions and not countries. Institutions like WTO. Okay, it is ideal. Okay, it is an ideal situation to counter unilateralism and economic nationalism. Now WTO provides platform for India to push for multilateral trade agreement, okay, which can be inclusive, okay, which can take into consideration the interest of every nations. Now here we are again talking about the road accident. So over here we will see, the data are same that India witnessed one of the highest road fatalities in India. So to counter this, in 2019 Motor Vehicles Amendment Act was passed. Its intention or its aim was to reduce the death rate due to road accident by 50% by 2020. It was based on United Nations Brasilia Declaration. Later on, due to public protest, because it imposed very huge fine on violating the traffic norms, so many states withdrew from implementing it. Later on, the Madras High Court struck down the notification of 2018 of Union Government, where the speed limit on national highways was hiked to 120 and 100 km per hour on expressways and highways. But the Madras High Court said that major accidents are taking place on national highways, so it needs to be stopped. Now, how to improve the situation? So you see, there is an accident research cell of Delhi Traffic Police which has carried out the analysis based on the data obtained from accidents. So they say that hedges along a road obstruct the visibility causing the accident, they should be pawned. Then there should be strict enforcement of traffic safety laws. Then we need to educate our citizens about the impact of accidents on the scheme. Okay, then we should improve our road infrastructure. Then there should be a coordination between police and civic authorities and identification of those black spots where accidents normally happen in a larger number. Okay, and then deploying an adequate number of police personnel, particularly during rush hours. So these are some of the steps which can be implemented to reduce the number of road accident related fatalities in India. That's all for today. We will meet again tomorrow. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.